Good morning, Oklahoma. Welcome to Cow-Calf Corner. This week's topic, kind of unfortunately, continues along the same theme of dealing with drought and deteriorating pasture conditions. And today we're going to talk about the benefits of early culling of beef breeding heifers. By early culling, what I'm really getting into is, as opposed to waiting later in the fall or potentially keeping those heifers that we intended to be bred heifers right now on hand to find out that they weren't going to calve on time or came up open by next spring, we're actually going to use the technology available to us, which is we can determine ultrasound pregnancy status, or I should say pregnancy status with ultrasound as early as 30 days along. We can get our veterinarian to come determine pregnancy status by palpation at about 60 days along. So by sleeving those heifers or ultrasounding to determine pregnancy status right now, those heifers that are open can be marketed. We can take them off the feed bill. We can reduce the stress on our pastures. And that's the first big benefit of early culling of these open heifers that we intended to be bred at this point. The second and third things we get into kind of have to do with holding heifers accountable and what we accomplish long term. A heifer that's well developed going into her first breeding season, and actually at 65% of her mature weight, whenever we're trying to get her bred for the first time, that should be the easiest time in that beef breeding female's life to actually get bred. They should be able to accomplish that in a 45 to 60 day breeding season. So if we can determine their pregnancy status right now, those heifers can still be marketed as yearlings, fed out, and finish at their compositional endpoint still in the A maturity group, where they're eligible for the highest quality grades, prime and choice, worth the most money. So they actually have greater value right now, marketed as open yearling heifers, than they would have down the road. Third thing that we accomplish by culling our open breeding heifers is just improving the long-term genetic potential for reproductive efficiency in our cow herd. As I said, the most fertile time in a breeding female's life should be getting her bred as a yearling. She is without the nutritional stress of lactating that she's going to be dealing with every other year after she's calving and trying to get bred in that 85-day window postpartum. So by eliminating those subfertile females as open heifers, we end up with more genetic potential for reproductive efficiency in our cow herd long term. We end up with more cows in production that are actually going to wean off a calf for us every 12 months of their productive life. Those are the three big benefits of early culling beef breeding heifers. And thanks for joining us this week on Cow-Calf Corner.